Welcome to AI Insights. My name's Andy Bamford from Hibiscus Media, and today I'm going to show you how I build virtual assistants to generate leads. Alright, so here's the course outline, guys. First of all, we're going to create the chatbot. Secondly, we will jump into Pabbly, which is similar to Zapier, and we will connect it through to Google Sheets as our third thing. Alright, software requirements. First of all, get yourself a free Voiceflow account. Quite easy to do. Just jump on Voiceflow. Secondly, grab a Pabbly account. That's free as well, so you can go click the link below and grab that. And thirdly, you just need to make sure you can access Google Sheets, which can be done through Google Drive, of course. All right, let's get into the action. Let's get to work. All right, so first of all, let's go into our Voiceflow, and here we have our chatbot, which is created in Voiceflow. What I'd like to do first of all is just give you guys a demo of how the whole thing works. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go up to the start button, and we're going to click on that. And this is just in the back end of Voiceflow. So this is the testing system here. So first of all, on the right hand side, we've got the dialog box. We've got the bots come up with, may I ask your name? So I'm going to give the bot my name. So I'm going to say, my name is Andy. Press enter. All right. And secondly, may I have your email? Sure. My email is, let's say, andy@gmail.com. Sure, that one's taken by now. All right. Thirdly, great. Can I please have your phone number with the country code? No problem. 6144335544. I'm not sure whose number that one is, so don't try calling that one, guys. And excellent. Great. Please tell me in 1 or 2 sentences what you would like to ask or tell me. I will pass this on to our experts. So we can just say something like this. Hi there, please help me as I am keen to have a chat bot built for my tourism business. I understand that you have the skills for this, which we do, of course. So click on that, and there we go. And now the chatbot's come back to us, and it's just confirming that information. We've got name Andy, email andy@gmail.com, phone number, that's fine. Message, hi there, please help me. Yep, all that's all pretty good. Is this information correct? Yes, it is. Okay, great. Thanks for your inquiry. Our experts will get back to you shortly. So what's happened here is, and we will go into this in a little bit more detail now, but it's essentially, here we go, it's just populated this spreadsheet now. So the name Andy's come up, emails come up, phone numbers come up, and the info's come up. So that's great. All that information stored there, and what that means is the business person whose chatbot this is, whose website this chatbot's linked to, can get back and chase up on that lead. So that's perfect. So let's just go back here to the template. This is a template we've created inside Voiceflow, and this is totally free to you guys. So I'm going to give you guys a link in the description so you can download this. But I'll just show you how this works. So first of all, if you haven't used Voiceflow before, it's definitely worth having a bit of a play around on it, and I will be doing some other tutorials on how to use Voiceflow at a later date. But this is just a dialog box here, or a text box, and we've got may I ask your names come up here. We've got 4 different options that'll come up randomly here. You can generate more, so you can generate another variant, or 3 or 5. If we click 1, could you tell me your name? I don't like that, so I'll probably delete that one. So I'm pretty happy with these ones. May I ask your name? Might I ask your name? Could I have your name, please? That sounds pretty polite. And may I know your name? All right, so that's that bit done. And then what happens next is we've got this capture. So to use capture, you need to go into listen and select capture, and you just drag it, and it's just going to get dropped straight into there. I won't do that because it's already done, so we'll delete that one. And you can actually sort of kind of like move them around and pop them in here like that. That's fine. Or you could have it out here, well, and you could have that going through to there. That's exactly the same thing as doing that. We'll do that. That's easier. So what's happened here is this here says last utterance. So what that means is this is the last. When they say utterance, they're talking about the last thing that the user said. So the AI has captured the last utterance, or the last thing that the user has said, which leads on to the next bit. And here's a command that we've written in for the AI using an AI model. Okay, so the AI model in this situation is, oops, hang on, I'll get rid of these, pressing all sorts of buttons. If you go into prompt settings, it's Claude Instant 1.2. Here's your different AI models here. Actually, funnily enough, GPT-3 is actually cheaper now to use than Claude Instant. They were about the same price, but since OpenAI have had their recent announcements, they've reduced the price of tokens for GPT-3, which is 3.5, which is good. Okay, so back on track. So there's the prompt. Look at the last utterance and read the sentence, and only reply with the user's name preference that you find in the message. All right, so that's cool. So, and apply to name. So the bot's asked for the name, the person's told the bot the name, and then the bot's looked for the name in the last utterance, which is what the person's just said, and that name has been applied to this variable here called name. So that's trapped inside there. Okay, so the next thing that the bot does is we've got another text box, and the bot's going to say, hi, name, which is the name of the person. Please give me your email. And so that's fine. The same thing as before, we've got a capture. It captures the last utterance, which is the last thing that the user said. And then we read on to the next, and so it's been captured. And then we use a set AI, which is this one here, to create another one. And there's a prompt there, exactly the same as before. Look at the last utterance, read the sentence, and only reply with the right email that you find in the message. So the AI, being a large language model, should be able to pick up on what the email is in that context. It's your job to dissect the message and pull out only the right email address. There could be multiple provided, but look at the user's one only. So, I mean, the user would probably not harp on about a whole lot of different emails, but nonetheless, we've got this in place to ask the AI to make sure it has the right email address, and apply it to the this variable here as well. So that's fine. So hang on a second. These are our variables up here. You can create more of these variables, but we've got these ones already. We've got one called info, you've got one called name, phone, all the rest of it. These are the ones we're using: info, name, phone, info name phone and email. Oh, an email. Yep, email is already up there, so that's fine. So that's cool. So we've got that done, and we do the same thing again with phone. Repeat exactly the same operation as we've done before. So we head to the next bit. Same thing. Text box at the top. Great. Please give me your phone number, the country code, and we use a capture again, which captures the last utterance, and then we go through and we have a new set AI called Phone AI using the AI model, and look at the last utterance exactly the same before, and pick out the phone number from the sentence. Apply it to the variable called phone. All right, and just so you know, guys, we're using Claude 1.2 for all of these, with a temperature of 0.2 and a maximum tokens of 128. I've been fiddling around with it, and I find that between 0.2 and 0.25 is pretty good for the temperature. All right, so after all of that, so that's all been collected. Same thing with the info. We have another text box up the top here that says, please tell me in 1 or 2 sentences what you would like to ask or tell me. I will pass this on to our experts. And same thing, we use a capture box, which captures the last utterance. And we use a set AI again, which uses an AI model, looks at the last utterance, and basically, hang on, let's have a look. Here's the prompt. Read the information given and repeat what the user told you back to the repeat what the user told you back to the user. I've written read here. Read the information back. Okay, this should be read. Read the information back exactly word for word. Do not include any other words. That's cool. So that's all done. Now, this is quite cool, this next bit. This took me a bit of work to get this right. Formatting and verifying. So we're going to use a response AI here. And so just so you guys know, jump in here, there's your response AI. Drag it down there and connect it on. And what I've done here is I've gone, please format the following variables: name, email, phone, and info into 4 rows. The titles should be bold. Ask the user if the information is provided is correct, and ask them directly. Now, I also put this system prompt in here that says, you are a lead capturing assistant. All you do is capture the information as it is written. Do not write look at. So I found that if I don't put this system prompt in here, the AI tends to, when it responds, it tends to speak as if it sort of verifies that information back, as if instead of the message saying, I would like to look at your website, the message says something like, you told me you would like to look at the website. And we don't want that. We want the exact message. So that's why I've set the system prompt up like that. And that seemed to help it a lot. So that's cool. So that's all set up. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is then what happens is this goes through, and then we have the verification. Is this correct? Yes or no? And then we have this API node as well. So to get that, we go into the development API, and then we click it here. Now this here, it's a post. You've got gets, posts, puts, deletes, and patches. This one's a post. This is a link to the Pabbly. This is the Pabbly connection. So let's have a look at that. Let's go for that. So we're going to go into Pabbly. I'm going to show you guys how this works. So I've already created one of these in here. This is a webhook in Pabbly, and incidentally, if you use Zapier, you have to use the I think you have to use the professional what's the word for it, subscription, which costs you like $50 or something like that. Whereas with Pabbly, you can actually use the free one. They supply the webhook with that, so that's pretty cool. That's why I've gone with Pabbly, because I just thought that if people want to test this sort of stuff and they use Zapier, they've got to fork out $50 just to make the thing work. So Pabbly has it for free, so I highly recommend using Pabbly. So anyway, so here we are in Pabbly, and we'll just close this down for a second. What we'll do is close that one down as well. We might actually create a new workflow. So let's go into workflows, just so I show you how this works. And let's see. Actually, we'll go into dashboards and create workflow. So we're going to create a workflow, and we're going to call this lead generator. How's that sound? And we'll put it in the home folder. That's fine. All right. A second, guys. I'll just check something. That's cool. So first of all, we're going to grab a webhook. And there's our webhook link there. So we're going to copy that. And we are going to put it in here. So we're going to open up this API. I'll put the new one in there. Control V. Now we're going to send that request, and actually before we do that, I'll close all these down so we can start again. So we're going to put this in here, and then we're going to send a request. And it says error. Okay. Yep, that's cool. So we are going to go to body. A sec. Let me just think. Yeah, we're going to go to. I'm going to close all this down. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to think how we did this. We're going to go to body. We're going to go to form data. We're going to enter in the different keys. So we're going to have one called name, and that's going to be a name like this. And then we're going to add a new one, and this one's going to be called email. So these are our variables we're putting in here. So the variable goes in, there we go, there's our email. It's fine. It's actually coming up. And then this one here would be phone. And then, actually, I don't know why that didn't come up. Let's try it like that. Same thing. We'll go phone, and then, oh yeah, it's come up now. There we go. And then we'll grab phone. So we've got name, email, phone, and then the last one was called info. See? And there's info there. So that's great. So we've got the connection. Well, let's just make sure. Yep, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure that that was the right one. And then we're going to send that request. Now we can put our values in. So we'll say my name is John this time. It's my middle name. The email is john@gmail.com. And the phone number with an area code, New Zealand number this time. And then please make me a sick chat bot. Sick. Let's see, chatbot, there we go. Generate. Success, it worked. Okay, so that might have even, yeah, it hasn't come through here yet. So that's cool. So that stopped twirling round and round. So that indicates to me that that's all up and running. So we've got here name, John, email, john@gmail.com, phone. It's looking pretty good. So what we want to do now is add our application on. So now this is our trigger. Okay, so this is going to be our task, or our action, I should say. So what we're going to do here is we're going to find Google Sheets, right? It's pretty straightforward, this stuff, guys. So Google Sheets, and we're going to add a new row. So that's the goal. And we're going to connect it. And select existing connection. Yeah, let's do that. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. What you can do is you can go add new connection. Google Sheets number 3. Sign in with Google. There we go. Continue. That's all successful. So now what we need to do is map stuff. So we've got select spreadsheet. So we want the one called contact details. That's exactly the one we want to use. And sheet 1, obviously spreadsheets can have more than one sheet. So we're going to go for sheet 1. We're going to do some mapping. So we're going to click on here. We're going to go name. And then that's cool. And then we're going to do another one after that. So we'll just get out of here. For email, we're going to go do the same thing. It goes to email, pop back out. Phone, goes for phone. Info, maps to info. There we go. Save and send test request. So we'll do that. So it's going to save it. It's going to send the test request. Is it going to work? Yes, it is. It's just come through. John, email John at email.com, gmail.com. Phone number, please make me a sick website. Chatbot. So that works, guys. Okay, we got through it. Thanks for watching this video. I just wanted to make sure we covered everything. I hope I didn't go through this stuff too fast. If I did, please don't hesitate to contact me. I can explain stuff in a bit more detail, but I am going to give you guys the template for this. So click the link below. I think you've got to fill in an email or something like that, and then that'll take you to the page and you can download this straight away. All right, well, let's have a look. What can I say except thanks for coming along and watching this today, guys, and we'll see you next time. All the best.